twist. I wanted to
Oh my God, you told your mom that you dated a rapper?
I did. Yes, I did.
I'm not the side boo.
You're not the side. You're the main one.
Oh.
So I'll get a text message and it'll be like, "Can you stop tweeting me?" But if the shoe fits, are we dating to get married or what is this?
As if not, you're wasting my time.
Yeah, if nothing, we're gonna work out or whatever.
Statistics show that men marry down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I got it from a TikTok video, so.
Would you ever get an arranged marriage?
No.
And I feel like as soon as I added him on Instagram, it just all went.
You know, just repping two cultures.
Brown queens.
Yeah, we're brown queens, period.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming back if you came back, or if you're a first time listener, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Welcome, kings
Welcome
and queens.
to episode 3. I'm Neha.
I am Joty K.
And we're so excited to have you back with us.
We are really excited.
We're recording in the same room for the first time. So our first 2 were on Zoom. So this is kind of nice.
This is nice. It's nice to look at you as
as we talk.
Yeah.
So I actually moved back to LA, which is why we're in the same room. I am back at home with my family, which is new.
How long were you not living with your family?
So I went to Vegas to become to do radio over there for 2 years. Yeah, so I lived over there for 2 years and now I am back at home, which is, it's an adjustment.
Yeah.
It is an adjustment. After being away for 2 years to come back to full on my mom nagging me every morning.
Yeah, I was going to ask brown moms and parents are always going to nag at you. So how does that feel? Like someone telling you wake up in the morning?
I know, exactly. Okay. And can we talk about how brown moms, they always want you to wake up in the morning, even if
early?
Yeah. I'm like, Mom, I have nothing to do today. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for me to wake up early. Let me sleep in.
My mom would start vacuuming on the weekends because she'd be off on the weekends. So I'd be sleeping in because I don't have school.
Yeah.
And she'll start vacuuming.
Exactly. Why do they always conveniently make noise in the morning? My mom's over here throwing pots and pans around. I feel like they do it on purpose. And it's only I swear it's brown moms that are crazy.
They're you're wasting your day and you're but what am I going to do when I'm up? It's weird. But
yeah. There's this TikTok video where it's this, how white moms wake you up in the morning and they come into the room and they're like, "Hey, sweetie, would you like a cup of coffee? It's time to get up soon." And then Indian moms, it's it's already noon. What are you doing with your day? Get up, help me with this.
Yeah, or throw something. Yeah, you take the blanket off of you. What do you want from me?
And my mom has no concept of time. Even if it's 8 a.m., she'll be it's basically 5 p.m. You slept the whole day.
You're no, that's not true. But yeah, exaggerate everything.
Yeah. So it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment for sure. I actually when I was in Vegas, I'd miss home so much. I'd come home a ton of weekends and I'd be this is great. I love being here. And now that I'm here.
No, because your freedom's gone.
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly.
It's you're younger again.
Yeah. And my mom's pretty chill. So it's not bad living at home. I redid my entire room.
Yeah.
So I was if I'm going to be here for a couple months, I'm going to make it so I
can enjoy it.
Yeah. I repainted it. I added plants. I made it super zen, an adult room.
Yeah.
But my mom still kind of drives me crazy, but I guess it's nice, having cooked meals and not having to pay rent
or anything.
Yeah.
I think that's why they do it too. It's well, you're in my house now, so welcome.
Exactly.
And I think they're lonely too, so they want you to be
I know. Okay, so my mom wanted me to she begged me to move back home, and now that I'm home, she's "Where did you move this? Oh my gosh, you move fighting with me every morning." And I'm "Oh my God, you're the one that begged me to come here."
You're you're worse than a roommate.
Yeah, I thought.
Funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I watched this movie one time where this guy that was living, I'm sure you've seen it. I forgot the name of it. Is he was living with his parents, but he was telling everybody he's living with roommates. And then when they came over, it was his parents.
Oh yeah, it's in a romantic comedy, right?
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey or something.
And then they came over and it's they're his fucking parents.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
And I feel moving away, when you move away from your parents, when you're from a super cultured household, your relationship gets better.
It does.
I feel my relationship with my mom improved so much because we weren't fighting when we talked on the phone. Yeah.
Face all the time.
Exactly. Because I feel when you're home with brown families, they're just nagging you all the time.
All the time. My mom and me have such a good relationship now. Like, she's my best friend. I could not stand this woman.
Like, I call like my mom every week when I was in Vegas and be like, Mom, I'm cooking this, like, look, and like, you know, like things like that. And now that I'm back home, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I know you're thinking of moving back, and I'm like, girl, that's what you think of for a little bit. Like, I thought I'd enjoy being back home too. And then once you're back, you remember everything.
You're like, you know what? She's actually like this. She's not this angel that I thought she was. Yeah. I'm thinking of moving back, guys, because I'm paying $3,200.
Oh my God.
And during COVID, it's like I'm like, all that
these
money,
LA rent prices.
Yes. I'm like throwing money away. And then also they are giving, like, they say you can pay your rent late. And I think about it sometimes,
but then you still have to pay it.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to pay. So it's like, okay, so what if I'm behind?
I'm like, give us half off,
right? And none of the amenities are open. Like, speaking of which, you guys, we're going back on lockdown again
in LA.
In LA before Thanksgiving on Wednesday. Well, we're recording right now. Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going back on lockdown tomorrow. So yay. Happy Thanksgiving week, you guys. How was Diwali for you?
It was good. You know, see, there's something, okay, Diwali made me feel like, you know what though, like there's pros and cons to being back home. I do like I'm trying to enjoy, not be like a total bitch. Like one of my best friends was like, just enjoy this time with your family. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying.
Fine. Yeah.
And it's not going to be forever. So I am trying to, like, you know, it's nice having rent free. And like my mom, like, she's actually really sweet. She leaves me coffee every morning.
Aww,
like, see, like that's something your roommate, like that's she's an awesome roommate.
She's a great roommate.
So Diwali, it was nice being back home. Like, I did a couple Diwali things with my mom, but obviously like it's not the same. Like, usually we'd all go to like our temple and like it'd be like we'd stay there all day. But
temples are closed.
Yeah, they are. So I think I was able to go for like basically like go in, go out, like you got check-in time and everything. But we didn't spend it with like a bunch of people or anything. Like, it was just us, and we just did like a puja at home and then called it a day.
And you're like, all right, cool. Did you guys have like sweets and stuff?
Yeah, we did. Indian sweets are my favorite, by the way.
The best
they are so amazing. I love Indian sweets.
I have to tell you something funny, because just real quick of those sweets. So my guy, right, he wanted to take me to like Little India in New York. Like I forgot what the area was called. And everything like was like India sweets, this sweets, blah, 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 right? And then he asked me, he was like, hey, I've never thought about this, by the way. He's like, why does everything in like the Indian restaurants have the name sweets?
That is so true. Like India sweets and spices,
India sweets, this and sweets and this. And I started laughing my ass off. And I was like, well, they don't know how else to describe it. Like, they have sweets and they have
we're not a very descriptive country, are we? Like, every Indian restaurant is like India restaurant.
Indian oven.
Indian food.
Indian food, yeah. So
like, we don't use adjectives.
No, we're just like sweets and spices. We got it all. Yeah, but he told me that, and I was dying because I started, and I was like, let me type in Indian store. So I went on Yelp and I put in Indian store. I swear to God, 85% of the stuff said sweets.
That is so funny.
Yeah, so now he nicknamed me Sweets.
It's because our sweets are the best.
They're amazing. I made him have a gulab jamun, like a warm
one. Oh,
one.
my favorite.
Yeah, he's like, so he's
what
like.
Do you think? Like a hot donut? What did he think of it? Like, what?
He didn't know what to describe it as. Like,
okay, see, that's the thing I think of Indian sweets. Like, they're undescribable. Like, how do you describe like a burfi? I don't know, sweet.
You don't know what the fuck is it?
Yeah, like it's like. I mean,
a square.
Flowers.
I don't know.
Just
try it.
Yeah, exactly. It's so hard to describe.
Yeah, but no, that was really funny. My Diwali, so I always live by myself. My mom's not too far, but like the temples are closed.
Yeah, girl, she's just in Long Beach.
Yeah, but like, you know, during traffic time, 2 hours. But I did my part. Like, I went to the Indian sweets and spices store.
Got a box.
And then I got the like diyas and stuff, and then like, you know, whatever she needed, and then.
It's so funny. When I was doing puja, I was like, I got to manifest all this good energy. I need all of it. I need all the prayers. I need all the prayers I can get.
Exactly. Light everything.
Yeah.
Light all of them. Yes, I went and I did the like diya thing, and I prayed, and then I ate, and I don't know what else I'm supposed to do after that. So then I drove back.
Much.
Yeah, so I drove back home, and we were having Friendsgiving that day. It just happened to be the same day because that's a day that everybody like was free.
Yeah.
And yes, we did Friendsgiving. It was super fun. And I posted my Friendsgiving, and some Indian guy comments me and says, "Oh my God, on Diwali, you're being a whore." Like you should, like you're Diwali, you should be celebrating it. So then some other guy commented and he was like, LOL, didn't you know that you're supposed to light a candle and hold it and sit in your house all day?
Yeah, like no one does that.
Yeah,
First of all, people go and socialize even in India after like they do the puja, but we obviously couldn't do that because of COVID. So it's like you go on with your day. Like,
exactly.
You do
and I did
whatever.
what I had to do. I prayed. I like went to my mom. I got her sweets. I ate them, and then I had fucking Thanksgiving. Like, what am I supposed to do?
This is the thing I do want to talk about. I feel like and this is only in America, right? Because I was thinking about this. Like in India, if you celebrate Diwali, like there's no pressure to be like super Indian or super like, it's like we're all obviously Indian. We celebrate Diwali like our own way and then do our thing. Exactly. But it's like in America, I feel like no matter what culture you are, like even if it's like, Hispanic, whatever, like there's so much pressure to prove like how much a part of that culture you are. Like, like even on Diwali, like I saw everybody like posting like crazy and I posted like outfits, one thing. Stories, like, and I'm like, am I not Indian enough? Like I love Diwali. Like I did the puja. Like I love what it stands for. I love each day. Like Diwali is actually one of my favorite holidays. Yeah. But it's like, I always feel like I'm either not Indian enough or too Indian to something. Like it's just so crazy, the standards that we have to like prove how Indian we are.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, sorry I didn't fucking put my sari on in my house and
exactly
all 10 pounds of makeup
and pretend. Excuse me, no one dresses up to do their, well, maybe if you're part of like a Gubby Cushy Indian family, but no one is like out there like doing full makeup and wearing a sari,
simple suit,
just to do puja with their like mom.
Simple suit, maybe light makeup if that, if we're going to the temple, because in case there's cuties there. But other than that, no. So it's like, and I'm seeing all these, no offense to all the girls, great pictures, wonderful.
Oh yeah, if you can do it, absolutely do it. But there should be no pressure to prove how Indian we are.
Just because I didn't like come up with a whole fucking photo shoot for my like, when I'm not going to go anywhere for Diwali doesn't mean I didn't celebrate it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry I didn't take pictures of my dias and like post it. Yeah. Or should I posted a throwback and been like happy, like, you know, happy Diwali.
Which I contemplated, by the way.
I did too. I wanted to go back to last year's Diwali, but then I was like, I don't need to prove anything to anyone.
We don't. We're Indian. Like, there's no like being Indian enough or being like Mexican enough or being whatever enough. Like,
you can celebrate whatever you want your own way.
Like, we get it. We're in a country where like there's many different cultures, but we don't need to prove to each other how much of a culture we are a part of. Like, if we're a part of it, we're a part of it. It's like your own identity.
It's none of your business.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's funny that you say that, because it's like the people, like you were saying, they come here with the same mentality that they left the country with, and they just kind of like hold on to it and don't want to let go, while everybody in India is just like, fuck this shit, get money, you know, do whatever we want.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was thinking about, I just dropped my phone, but I was thinking about like my cousins in India, like a couple of them posted, a couple of them didn't, a couple of them said happy. Like, it's just like, there's no pressure for them to prove to each other like how much they celebrated or didn't celebrate. Cause it's like, you're Indian, do what you want to do.
That's the social media world nowadays. I feel like everyone's so judgy. Everyone has an opinion. And like, it's, if you don't post your fuck, you do post your fuck. Like, people are just critical on you. And that's why I'm kind of getting over it a little bit. Like, I'm not as like on it as I used to be. Like, I get some like emails about like promotion, like to do promotional stuff, but I'm like just not in it right now. I don't really feel like it. You know, and it's
okay to take breaks. We're in a pandemic.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? There's no time limit on it. Yeah, guys, it doesn't matter how Indian or whatever you are. Just mind your own business.
So speaking about your guy, you're going to go see him this week. How are things going with him?
Yes. So I'm celebrating Thanksgiving.
Which is, I feel like it's big. It's cute though.
It is cute.
Like, holidays with the bae.
It's just, he happened around that time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so he happened in September, as we were saying. And then last episode, did he already come visit me?
Yes.
Okay.
Or we were talking about like he was about to visit you.
Okay, so I was freaking out because I was like 5 days. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do for 5 days? Like, am I gonna have to cook every day? Like, I have not had a male species in my apartment. Like,
I don't know how I'd be either. See, that's why I feel like also like, it's like when you're so used to being like an independent single woman, like it's like, I wouldn't know how to function in a relationship. Like, what do I do when he like stays with me?
Yeah, what is okay? Like, am I, you know, Or like, this is TMI, but like the bathroom situation.
Yeah,
like,
I would not feel comfortable.
I have one bathroom. So I think he knew what he was doing. Like he said he would go to Starbucks to get me Starbucks.
And you'd be like, cool, this is my time.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I time how far it's I go and run in there. And I'm sure that's why he's going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was thinking about that too. I was like, okay, there's a lobby bathroom if I have to go.
Yeah.
And then, but the 5 days went by so fast.
Really? That's a good sign.
Yeah, we had a good time. Like, it was great. And then he left and I was in Cancun, and then I ended up going to New York from Cancun. That was a great time. We've had like a couple fights, but they've been me.
But that's okay. Like that's, I feel like that's a green flag, because it's like, okay, you're normal. Like you're working through things. It's not like, I mean, as long as you guys are not the couple that's like arguing all the time, but like it'd be more unhealthy if it was just like perfect, like nothing, you know?
That's the thing. He to me is so normal that I'm not used to normal. And that's what I wanted to talk about. So I threw a fit about something and it was super stupid. It was my own insecurity.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't want to talk about it because the last guy, the rapper that I was with, anytime I would talk about anything, it was an argument. And then like, he would make me sound like I'm being crazy.
Gaslighting, AKA hashtag gaslighting,
exactly.
ladies.
And then I don't like issues, right?
Yeah.
So even though it might seem like I do, I don't. And I'm like, I would stop saying stuff. And then at the end I would like blow up because I was holding stuff in.
Yeah.
But he would never want to talk about anything with me because I was being crazy. So this time around, like it was like a little like jealousy thing about like his ex or something. And I had been drinking and I was going to say something and I kept it in. And he's like, just fucking say it. Like, just tell me. Right. And I was so irritated that he's trying to make me tell him.
Yeah.
And finally I told him, and then he was like, that's what you were holding in, that. And then I got even more mad. I'm like, what do you mean that it's not a big deal? And he's like, no. And he literally is so calm, tone voice. Like I'm the one who's like raising my voice a little bit because I'm like all hype and stuff. And he's super calm about it.
Oh
so explains it to me, tells me he understands how I feel, and then asks
AKA mature, healthy individual.
Right? And then afterwards is like, do you feel better now? Are you good? Can you smile for me? And I'm just like, oh my God, this is what it feels like.
And see, the key thing is not just like somebody that's calm that like makes you feel like that's stupid. Like you don't need to feel that way. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
But somebody that's like calm, that's like, okay, like let's talk about this. Yeah. And like, you're not being crazy.
Yeah.
Like your feelings are still valid. Like, because guys, like they make you feel like your feelings are crazy.
Exactly. And
that's not a good sign.
No, we're
red
women.
flag.
We're emotional. Like we're fucking emotional. Especially I'm an overthinker. And if we were,
it's okay to feel what you need to feel.
Exactly. Like, honestly, if it was up to me, I would Control Alt Delete your past history of girls if I really could do that.
Yeah.
But whatever. And I'm always like have my own insecurity because I've dated people and like, situations and stuff. But he like literally was super calm. And then the other day I was being moody about something. Like I just was having a bad day.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to talk. And then he was like, wanted to talk. And I'm like, I just don't want to talk. But I was like being like bitchy about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, babe, go ahead, take your time. Let me know when you're, done with your little fit that you have. And then after he said that, I go to Target and I bought stuff for like Christmas and stuff. And then I'm like, I'm being such a bitch. Like, what am I mad about? And then I text him, I'm like, I'm feeling better now. I'm sorry for being a brat. And he's like, it's okay, babe. What did you get at Target? Like totally.
Wow.
Yes.
See, knows how to roll with the punches, your emotional punches.
And he said he's been in like a relationship where it was fights all the time. So he was like, this isn't like, I was like, oh, like, do you still like me? I'm sorry, I get moody. He's like, no, you're a female. That's what happens. And I'm like, where have you been my whole life?
I know. See, it's like our past trauma really fucks it up. It's like when I was dating guys after my ex, they'd be like, dude, you're like, I'd be like, I'm not crazy, right? And they're like, no, like I've been with crazy girls. You're not even close to crazy.
That's what he said.
And then I was like, exactly. See, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew it.
She's living a facade. Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what he was telling me. He's like, it's okay. He's like, you're an analytical thinker or whatever. And he's like, some women are like that. He's like, women are like that. He's like, that's in your guys' DNA. And I'm like, what, have you been reading books or something? He's like, no, I've just dated a lot. And I'm like, okay, let's not talk about that. But but like, that is what made me realize like all the trash that I've dated.
Oh my God.
And all the times that I was super insecure about myself, because he even tells me, he's like, like, do you like, he'll be like, do you know that you're pretty? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, I'm cool. And then, he'll say something like, sometimes I don't think you realize that.
Oh my God. That's what the guy that I was dating after my ex told me too. And I was like, fuck, my ex fucked me.
I was thinking the same thing, because they don't compliment you or anything.
Yeah.
He's always
Which is a mind game. Yeah.
You know, he always compliments me and I get shy. I'm like,
me too.
Like, I don't know what to say. But
so I was watching this TikTok video. I'm obviously still stuck on like therapy TikTok, which is why. But like, so there was this video of this girl talking where she was like, what's so crazy is like when you start out dating, like you think about all like your want haves or whatever, like, oh, I want him to be tall. I want him to be cute. I want him to be funny. I want him to like be like a guy's guy, like all the things that you want, that you forget about the must haves, like must be a great communicator, must treat you with respect, must like treat you kindly, must like, and it's like we forget about like all the things the guys must be because we're focusing on like, oh, he's so hot and he's like this type of guy and he's like funny and he's like cute and like all this stuff.
I've like been like, oh, he's rich.
Yeah. So then like it's like when we get a guy with like the must-haves, like, wow, like he actually is kind to me and like knows how to communicate, is mature. Like it's like those are the things that really mattered.
At the
so
end,
she's
all that fades.
Yeah. So she's like, forget about the want-haves, like they're great and you should want them, but like you got to focus on the must-haves first.
Yep. And like, again, one more time,
like this guy is a must-have guy versus our past guys, which were like want-haves.
They were exactly, they were want-haves. And remember we were talking what Rihanna and my mom said, date somebody that likes you more. Please.
What Rihanna and my mom said.
Yeah, Rihanna and my mom.
Because Rihanna is the same level right there.
You always listen to Rihanna and your mom.
Yeah. If you listen to two women, Rihanna and your mom.
What would Rihanna do? What would my mom say?
I know.
That's so funny. Before we like conclude, I wanted to actually send you something that I like. So I was like middle of the night, you know how you just go deep in like random thoughts and you end up in like watching dog videos?
Yes.
Well, I didn't watch
God.
dog.
Yeah. I love dog videos.
So I don't know how the hell I ended up on this video. It was like a YouTube video about like talking about Photoshop, how you can tell when somebody has Photoshop stuff. And they were saying that you can, you know, the guy was like, he was a gay guy, but he was super sweet. He's like, ladies, you're beautiful. You're supposed to have flaws. You're supposed to have creases. Like, stop letting these Instagram models.
I know. We were just talking about like how like I was like, oh, I just want perfect skin.
Yeah.
Like those models that walk around with like flawless skin with no makeup. I'm like, oh.
But they like have other flaws too. You know what I mean? Like, so I found this page called, it's at beauty.false. And it shows you a lot of like the Instagram girls and models like paparazzi photos, because those are unedited versus like their photos that they post on Instagram. And some of the girls are still beautiful, but you just get to see like cellulite. You get to see that they also clench their waist. They also, even when one of the models, what's her name? KJSMEBY.
Okay, this page is amazing. You guys need to go to it and look at it whenever you're feeling insecure, to remind yourself that no one is perfect.
No, and they're still beautiful normally, but the perception of beauty is so unreachable now.
Exactly. That's a good point. They're still beautiful. Like these models are still beautiful, but you could see like some of them have acne scars and some of them have cellulite and some of them don't have perfect bodies. And it's just like, they're still pretty, but the perception right now is like, you have to be flawless to be pretty. And that's not true.
And even the one that has a good body, she still clenched her body to make it more skinny. Like, why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm like,
yeah, we all do it. Like we all like, I like take like a million pictures and I'm like, okay, the one where I look flawless, like, you know, because it's like if I sit, it's like, and it's like everybody, like if I sit a certain way, I look like, you can see my stomach more or whatever, but if I like am flexing, like I look like I have a fucking perfect ass body.
Exactly. Then you make yourself more tanner. And that's only because that's a perception that people are putting on you, and the comments that people leave you. Oh, you're fat, or you're this, or you're like that. So it forces women
to be like, I have to be perfect all the time.
And then you start saying, oh, you're using filters. It's like the Khloe Kardashian syndrome.
It's like the same thing. Like either she posts a picture imperfect and they're like, oh, she's like the not pretty one. And then she like works so hard to make herself pretty, or like edits a picture and they're like, oh, she's editing. And it's like, damn. And then she got
caught. Do you see the video versus the video of her on Keeping Up with the Kardashians? And then I did.
But you know know what? I'm gonna come to her defense a little. Like, yeah, she looks good in a picture where she's posing. Then, like, I feel like that's everybody. Like, no one's gonna look as good as their perfect picture. Just
like, on camera.
Yeah.
Camera shows everything. And what do you expect her to do at this point? You guys are so
just let her live.
Yeah.
Like, whatever makes her feel good about herself.
But that's how everyone is with everybody now. Like, we're not even
so
Chloe, and people are still like,
why isn't it not the same for guys?
It's not at all. Nobody cares. A guy can just post coming out of the gym. That's it. Cool.
Yeah.
Has
literally.
like a wet towel on the back. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, I have to erase that in the back, blur it out.
Yeah.
Like, that cannot.
Oh my God, there's sweat right there.
Yeah. Or like there's shoes in the background. Let me vanish.
Oh my gosh, my face looks like red and flushed after the gym after a normal workout.
Forbid.
God forbid.
Oh, I have bags under my eyes. And it's because like, I don't know who started it, but the perception of beauty is just so tainted, and we all are guilty of it. But do not let that get to you. We're all beautiful at the end of the day.
Because we all know sometimes when we see ourselves waking up in the morning or at night, we're like, damn, I do not look like a model right now.
No, and that's okay. And
it's okay. You're still pretty.
You are. And like the surgery thing, like, yeah, I get it. If you want to get it done, that's for you. But don't do it because you're seeing people on Instagram. Even the people on Instagram don't look like themselves.
They don't.
Yeah, like on Instagram and that. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. What was it called again? It was
beauty.falls.
Yes, please look at the pictures, and like even that girl, that Natalie, whatever, look at her.
Hulkro.
Yes, but like she doesn't look like that.
Yeah, and she's gotten a lot of work done.
Yeah, like her chin, like she has like a kind of a chunky face.
Which is okay if it makes you feel happy, but like you also don't want to give girls a false perception of what they should look like.
And that's what she does. And she's not ugly, but it's like, look, like the same day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But and also editing your children. Stop editing your children. That's not right.
Okay, editing babies is like that's a little bit creepy.
That's creepy because kids are like, they're kids.
Yeah. Some of them are ugly cute. That's okay.
Yeah. And then stop making them do TikToks for your own satisfaction.
Right? Isn't that weird? I think that's weird too.
I do too. It's like, you just want to do it. Stop making them do it unless they want to. But
yeah. That's a great like thing to go into Thanksgiving with.
Yes. Thanksgiving. What are your plans for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I'll probably like cook some stuff at home with like my mom and brother. Aww. I have a Friendsgiving this week.
Oh, that's fun.
Just like a chill Thanksgiving.
Everything's been so chill.
So chill.
Even Halloween, I didn't do shit.
I know. I'm kind of over this year. I mean, everybody is.
I know. But I'm kind of like a little excited about Christmas only because Christmas lights and decorations.
Well, you have a bae this year, so that changes everything.
Well, that's what it is. If I didn't have a bae, I'd be like, fuck this. I don't care.
Oh, for next episode, I will go on a Hinge date.
Please.
I'll go on a Hinge date and I'll report back to you guys because I feel like everybody says that Hinge is amazing. So I'm going to try it for you guys.
Yes.
And I'll report back.
Quality people on there.
Yeah. I'll report back how it goes. We'll also do like a get to know us game because we haven't told you guys a lot about ourselves. I'll bring like a little card game. We'll play it. It'll be fun. So if you want to get to know us more.
Yeah. And send us questions too. If you have any topics, you have questions.
Yes. DM us on our podcast Instagram, which is Brown Queens Pod.
Yeah. I was like, it is.
Brown Queens Pod. Go to it. DM us questions or topics you want us to cover or
anything.
Yeah. Anything you have for us.
You have for us if you want to get to know us and stuff. So
yes. And follow our personal Instagrams too. Mine is at the official Nay. Hers is at Joty K.
Yep. JOTYKAY. Follow us.
Yes.
It's our personal life. I mean, I haven't been like I haven't really had an exciting life, really.
Oh, I mean, who has this year? Like, neither have I.
Yeah.
I moved back home, which was big. You got a bae.
Yeah.
See, big things are still happening.
They're happening, and I didn't think they would happen. But I feel like, well, before we go, like, how do you feel about, like, I get you have to be an influencer, but I just don't like wearing makeup anymore. No.
I actually stopped. So I was a radio host in Vegas and I completely, when the pandemic hit and there was only like hosts coming in and nobody else, I stopped wearing makeup to work, which was the most freeing thing of my life. Because I was never, most girls like, you have to be very, very secure to not wear makeup to work or any, like I would never leave the house without like putting on some makeup. So that kind of changed my life because I was like, this is actually so freeing and nobody actually cares. And I kind of love not wearing makeup to work or out.
And Zoom too. I'm like, I'm not about to put 10 pounds of makeup to do a Zoom meeting.
Exactly.
I might put a nice like shirt on, but the bottoms. No.
Yeah.
But
And it's been kind of great because I feel more comfortable in my own skin.
as you should, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because you're a brown queen.
Yes, we're
Yes.
queens.
And brown kings too, whoever's listening.
But that's how I feel about it. I mean, I do, I'm going to have to do makeup for content, but
I mean, whatever. Don't think you like have to do it for, people if you want to do it for yourself. Don't do makeup for people, guys. Right now, who gives? Honestly, I'm like gave up.
Yeah.
Like even with my guy, I used to be the girl that would wake up in the morning and run to the bathroom and put like concealer.
Okay, so I watched this show called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's so
Yeah.
cute. It's on Hulu. You should watch it.
Uh-huh.
And the first episode, I would never do this if I was married. This is like a beginning of a relationship type thing. But she would wake up before her husband. She set an alarm. She would go to the restroom and do her makeup and then go back to bed. And I was like, wow, but also relatable.
Relatable. Yeah. I would do the same thing. I would put a little alarm or like.
I feel like that's what everybody does at the beginning of young relationships, but now, no.
No, I'm like, this is what you're going to get.
Unless you're dating one of those perfect skin girls, which bless their hearts.
Bless their heart. God bless
But
you.
it's okay if you don't have perfect skin.
We have great personalities.
Yeah, right? Our personalities are so much better.
So that's fine. But on that note, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Remember what you're thankful for. It's been a shit year for all of us. So just focus on on what you do have.
And and reach out to us. And thank you for listening. This is Brown Queens Pod. Peace out.
Bye.